Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming a mukbang for you, for all of you guys who request mukbang, so this one's for you. I am just heading to 7-Eleven to pick up whatever the heck I want. I was kind of browsing their Uber Eats page the other day, and they actually had some interesting vegetarian things. I really wanted to keto. Fingers crossed that they have those. So yeah, I'm gonna head there, pick up some stuff, and then we'll get this mukbang started. Okay, so I am done shopping. There wasn't as much stuff at 7-Eleven, like cooked food, as I was expecting. All I could really get were taquitos, which I love taquitos, so I guess I can't complain, but really wanted some potato wedges and maybe some vegetarian pizza, which I saw online, but they didn't have it. But anyway, I grabbed some snacks. I just need to eat this before it fully melts in my car, because it is 40 degrees out, and there is an old lady staring at me. This is great. So this is their 7-Eleven super big cone, chocolate vanilla with caramel. I'm going to talk about a boy story because you all wanted to hear a boy story. Oh my goodness, my battery's already flashing. Fan-fucking-tastic. I might have to record on my phone. So I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk about this boy that I dated for maybe like 3 or 4 months. It was a very short time, but it was a very interesting relationship. He was a complete alcoholic, and it was no secret. Like, he just loved drinking beer. So basically how me and this guy got together. My hometown is in Saskatchewan, and usually summers in university I would go home to Saskatchewan, work a summer job, and then come back to Guelph for school. So I went home to Saskatchewan, and this guy was currently my friend's roommate in the basement. So very frequently, we would all kind of hang out, me, my friend, and her 2 roommates. There was a boy and a girl. Barbecue, go to the bar, drink. There's not much to do in Saskatchewan other than drink, and go to the movie theater. So anyway, this guy was cute. Not crazy good looking, but like he had these piercing blue eyes that you really could not avoid, and he was so charming and funny. Like, I don't know, he just didn't have to try very hard. If he liked you or like said something nice to you, like you could tell it was genuine, because he did not give out compliments ever. He was actually kind of an asshole, and he would always be calling people very bad names. So this guy worked on the rigs, and he came from Ontario to work on the Saskatchewan rigs, which a lot of guys do. And we have a name for them in Saskatchewan. They're called like riggers or rig pigs. They're generally just complete assholes and dickheads. So we call them rig pigs. Uh-oh. Okay. So first, getting to know him, I really didn't think much about like how much he drank, because we all kind of drank a lot, especially in Saskatchewan. There's not much to do in my little city, so literally I'd say 4 days a week, yeah, we'd be at the bar drinking, or at somebody's house drinking. Like, it really didn't faze me that he had an alcohol problem until I started talking to my friend about him, and she was saying she's probably seen him sober, like not drink, 2 days out of the entire time she'd known him. She'd never seen him drink. is very good, by the way. And every other time that she was with him, he wasn't drinking like 1 beer or 2 beers. He would drink like an 18-pack of beer in a 5-hour sitting. Like, nothing. And riggers work very long hours. Next, I'm going to try a taquito. I forget what these are called. I think jalapeno and cream cheese taquitos. They were the only vegetarian ones. So yeah, riggers work. He worked from like 4 or 4:30 in the morning. He would get picked up for work, and he wouldn't get home until 8 p.m. From work. Very long hours. Riggers make a lot of money. So a lot of people do move to Saskatchewan to become riggers. Yeah, so between 8 p.m. and when he would pass out at 11 p.m., he would have an entire 18-pack. Ooh, spicy! So, despite my better judgment, I ended up getting together with this guy. Because, like I said, he's just so fucking charming that he just charmed the pants off me until I dated him, basically. Very bad idea. Partly because he was an alcoholic, and partly because my friend's girl roommate actually had a giant thing for this guy. And yeah, it was just a shit show. She hated me. Wouldn't talk to me. Deleted me on Facebook type of hate. I need to turn the car on. I'm dying. I also stopped at KFC and got their veggie burger because I was in the area before I went to 7-Eleven and I really wanted one, so... KFC has a bomb veggie burger, by the way. It's delicious. It doesn't even taste like fake chicken. And they got me hot sauce, so I'm going to try some of that too. I got the regular one. They do have regular or spicy. Looks like a basic fast food burger. So when we started dating, like every relationship, it started off all roses and butterflies and all that shit. He was so sweet and yeah, like just did things for me that he didn't really do for other people, so it made me feel special. I was apparently his first girlfriend or person that he actually wanted to date, so I felt so special. But it went south pretty fast. You can't really change somebody unless they want to change, so he didn't stop drinking. He did quit smoking a few times. I forgot he smoked. That was gross. But honestly, like, you can't change somebody's habits. And if they say that they're gonna change for you, like, in my past, anytime anybody has said that, I give them, like, whatever chance they want, but I don't expect anything because I know that that is not gonna happen. So... yeah, he started off being, like, behaved and all this stuff, but then, it went south pretty quick. He was still drinking, obviously, getting drunk, like, every single day. He would never take me out because he was always drunk, so... and he would never want to go out because he just wanted to sit at home and drink all the time. And when we would go out to a bar or something, after going to the bar, he would come home and I'd find out later that he had done like lines of cocaine in the back porch or something like that. And growing up in a small town, I didn't really ever do cocaine. That was not my thing. It was just drinking. Drugs have never been my thing. Even marijuana, I'm not like a fan. Hot sauce. Let's see if this is any good. Wow, their hot sauce is really good. So anyway, our relationship was just kind of a shit show, and I deeply regret even dating him. There was like one night when I remember we went to Fiery jalapeno groove Pringles. Never had these. Yeah, there was one night one day, it was a weekend, we both had the day off, he wasn't working, so we decided to go visit his friend in Calgary, which is a 5-hour drive from my town. Okay, whatever, so we went there, and this is kind of when I hit, like, the breaking point in our relationship and knew that this guy was fucking crazy. And not worth my time. It was not even 10 a.m. when we left, or when we were leaving for Calgary. And by the time 10 a.m. came and we were leaving, he had already gotten so drunk that he puked all over the kitchen. And, yeah, he cleaned it up before we went, but it was like, holy shit, 10 a.m. on a Saturday and he's already wasted. Then, I'm so hot. I have to keep this on. These are actually decent. Then, we got to his friends in Calgary, and we never left the apartment. We were just drinking in his apartment, and he got drugs, and like, the whole weekend we were just in his apartment, and some people came and left, but by the time we were all kind of like under a state of intoxication, I was kind of like in and out of passing out, and my boyfriend's friend was trying to sleep with me and hit on me and like trying to take advantage of me while I was in a semi-passed out state, which I'm lucky I kind of like just ran away from him the entire time. But my boyfriend didn't do anything to stop him. I was so pissed. He just kind of like let his friend chase me around and just be a fucking creep. And then I remember after I had actually passed out and woke up, I went and my boyfriend and his friend were just sitting around the table doing nothing. Maybe playing cards, I can't remember. But I look over and he's on fucking Tinder. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm literally right here. You're not even trying to fucking hide the fact that you're on Tinder right now. It was such a shit show. After that, I was just like, this guy is such a loser. He's not worth any of my time. I don't care how charming he is. He's a piece of shit. He would always call himself that too anyway. He would always call himself a piece of shit. He knew it. Okay, I'm gonna eat my other taquito. Anyways, like most of my relationships that end not good, I end up staying for far longer than I ever intended and keep talking to the stupid idiots for like months after we're broken up. So of course that happened, and even after the summer ended and we had broken up and I moved back to Ontario for school, we were still messaging. He was still like hitting on me. Like we were planning when he was gonna move back and we would buy a house together. Like, I found out later when I was in Ontario and he was in Saskatchewan, he was sleeping with one of my friends, so that's cool. These are so good. So I kind of want to segue this story with this douchebag into kind of a topic of just like knowing your worth and setting standards for yourself. So I have been single the majority of my 20s, so the majority of my life. I think I've only had one serious relationship before Kyle, and that was when I was 20. So between 20 and 27, I didn't really have a boyfriend. I would like date people, but nothing serious. So I just feel like people need to be single to understand what they want in a person, or to develop their independence, for Christ's sake. Like, you are your own person. You don't need somebody else. You should be able to be happy on your own and sufficient on your own in order to be in a relationship. So, my camera died, so now I'm on my phone. So we'll see if I run out of memory or battery on here. I don't know where I'm going. Okay, this is the last thing I got. I've never tried this before, but it looks freaking delicious. Kit Kat Chunky cookie dough. Yes, please. But I just kind of want to end on this note. Being single for as long as I was probably the best thing that has ever happened to me. I feel like it's made me so much stronger than if I was to be in a relationship and just kind of like dependent on somebody. It's made me just realize what I want in life. It's allowed me to pursue my passions without like any second thought. And if I was in a relationship in my entire 20s, I would have never been able to travel. I never probably would have went and but I would have never traveled. I would have never gone to Toronto when I wanted to go to Toronto. I never would have left Toronto and lived in France for a year. I probably would have never gone to Guelph. I never would have gone to Thailand or Cambodia. I don't taste any cookie dough. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going on this tangent, but all I want to reassure you guys is that being single is probably the best thing you could do in your life until you are 100% sure that you want to be in a committed relationship. Just be single. And I hope this doesn't come off as me sounding like I don't want to be in a relationship right now. I waited and waited and waited and dumped so many people before I met Kyle. And once I found Kyle, I just knew I was never gonna find another person like him, and I'm never gonna let him go. So I hope this doesn't come off as me being in like denial about going into this relationship with Kyle. I'm not in denial at all. I actually really love him, and I don't feel held back by him. I will not buy this again. So anyway, all my food is gone. So I'm going to wrap this up by saying, probably for the third time, moral of the story, if you have the gut instinct that you are not meant to be in the relationship that you were in, or in the future relationships that you will be in, it's not worth it. You are going to be far happier being single. So just cut it off. Don't be afraid of being single. Being single is actually quite fun. And yeah. Just love yourself first and you'll be fine. Love yourself first, know what your worth is, and know what you really, really want in a relationship, and don't settle for anything less. Don't settle for someone who you know is not going to be good for you. Anyway, that is all. I think I rambled more than I actually made sense in this video. That's why I don't do mukbangs. I can't tell a story or anything to save my life. So I wish I could tell you more about my alcoholic ex-boyfriend, because I know it was like such a shit show, but it was so long ago that I honestly just don't remember all the crazy details. But anyway, that is all for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much. Stay safe, guys. Bye.